EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears on Sunday Night Primetime. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson. The kicker is Cade York. He's got this one set to get started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Look wide, get this one complete, and he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. They'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Trying to avoid the early 3 and out. They face third and a yard. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down.
An early test here for that offensive line, and they come through. They're going to have to continue to find space in the ground game for their running backs to continue to move the chain. So, nice job there. Give them a lot of credit. Now the question is, what is the adjustment on the defensive side of the ball in the next third down situation?
And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8 and is past the 40-yard line. From the 42-yard line, here's second down and a yard. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll set up the screen to the blocker. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15. A big gainer for Green Bay. It's a gain of 43 yards. Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
And he'll take it on in. Christian Watson, touchdown Packers. His 4th TD grab of the season. Will Lutz now for the PAT. And he misses the extra point. It's no good. That is his 2nd miss of the year. And the score stays right where it is. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Here we go on the return from the 1. And that's well done by the kicking team, who's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. first carry of the game now, and here's Breece Hall. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll go again with Hall. Big hole to the 30. Breece Hall. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 83 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Gervon Dexter there on the tackle. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. In motion, Reed. Back to throw. Here's a screen from McLaughlin. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. Try to pick this one up on the ground. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Going to depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
They'll try to run. And he's going to have the Packers first down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Here's 1st and 10. A run now with McLaughlin. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Now this time they'll look to throw. To the left side in the hands of Watson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads. They all played their responsibilities. And they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And that is incomplete.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. A big play there on 4th down. Good for an even 20.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. So some early intrigue as we have reached the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Bears off to the early lead. We're back to Soldier Field after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. In motion, Reed. Little quick pass to the receiver, heading right. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on 1st down. A pickup of 7. They come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
It is brought in the end zone. Marvis Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Packers are in the lead by the score of 13-7. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. He's got it! Into space. And he will take this one in. 77 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. A run here, it's McLaughlin. And that run shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Here's a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Gervon Dexter. He gets there for the sack, setting up 4th down. Packers set to kick this one away. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And that's going to bounce out of bounds, giving them a short field to work with here. A play fake. Now Williams. That's to the Michigan man, Colston Loveland. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Now the first carry for Chuba Hubbard. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
second and 3.
Williams going to give it up on a pop pass. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's 3rd and 2. On the bootleg, it's Williams. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
Really nice play call there by the offensive coordinator. You kind of use your tendencies against the defense. They're thinking run in this down and distance, and ultimately you use it to your advantage. Play action pass to the tight end, and you keep the drive alive.
Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Throwing on 2nd down. Williams. That's to the running back, Breece Hall.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down. Here's Williams now to throw. Williams hit, and he loses the football. The Packers have it.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
They'll begin here on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Here's 2nd and 9. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Third, they need 8. He'll drop to throw. Forced to his right. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 15-yard line. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
I think of all the things he does so well, Mike, it's his ability to extend plays as a runner that probably isn't talked about enough. I mean, he is a sneaky athlete whenever he has to turn to his legs, and if you don't account for him, he's more than capable of making you pay.
First and 10. The RPO, that one is complete. And it'll be taken down up past past the 40-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
That's to Lee. He's got it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Seven Pirates!
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Packers going to use their final timeout now. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. This ball batted away. That's incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it'll be 3rd down.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
On the run to the right. He'll try to run for it. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. And he pushed it. No good. That is wide to the right. And they will remain down by 1.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. In trouble, and down he goes. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down, so they'll keep it on the ground now. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half. Third and long. Once again, they keep it on the ground. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. Cade York and the field goal unit coming on the field. And And this would set the new standard. A 67-yard attempt. And as expected, this one's not going to get there. It's no good. So it is a one-point game here at the half as we check in with Scott Hansen for our halftime report. Scott. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. They'll go play action here. Williams hit, and he loses the football. And it looked like one of the Bears was able to get in there. He did, so the ball stays with Chicago.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
On the give, it's Hubbard. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, it sets up third down.
Brings up third down.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Luther Burden, the intended target. And that'll set up fourth down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
Ready.
He'll manage only a couple. Gervon Dexter there on the tackle. From the 46, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, he'll throw toward the outside. Catch made by Watson. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape. I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
2nd and 10. In motion, Reed. On 2nd and 10, though, trying to throw. A hit as he threw. The pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
So these screenplays, they always seem so commonplace. They seem a little bit routine, right, Mike? But really, for them to work, there's a huge, significant timing element to it where the offensive line, the back, you can't be downfield too early, but you can't go too late. There's so many reps and reps that allow certain teams to be really good at the screen game and allow certain teams to just never really get their screen game off the ground.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 19 Lions.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man. It's Harrison. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. A gain there of 15. First down, Packers.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Not much happening there, just a short gain. They'll come up on a second down and 8. On play action, he'll set up to throw. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
There's a lot of quarterbacks around the league that really struggle with this, Mike, but not this guy. A righty quarterback moving to his left. Your mechanics, your footwork, and your arm talent all have to align, and I'll tell you what, he does it about as well as anybody around the league.
Third and 6. They'll look to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Green Bay. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away.
On the return, the Bears take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Williams to throw on second down. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down. Colston Loveland was the intended receiver. Third down coming up. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
The Bears send out their punt team as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. They'll run. This is McLaughlin. And he's going to have a Packers first down as the tackle is made just shy of the 30.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Get up. Hot 70, hot 70.
A handoff as they try to run it here. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
Actually, a really nice play there defensively, Mike. And initially, I thought that penetration was going to bring him down in the backfield and bring up 4th down. But somehow, nice job by the back, angling his way forward. And I think he's going to get this first down by about the length of the football.
Let's go. Ready.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Here's a zone read. He'll keep it himself. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this.
Here we go. 19 Charger, 19 Charger. Cougar 19.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. And that is incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends up being a wasted down.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down.
60 bites.
Back to throw. He gets that complete as he hits Reed. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on third down, but what they call third and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert third downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback. At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll swing this one out to McLaughlin. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
This guy's really starting to roll now. I mean, his involvement in the passing game just continues to pick up. And until the defense identifies him as a pass threat, I expect this quarterback to keep looking his way.
They have converted twice on third down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. Open is Kraft. He's got it. And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Green Bay first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. Here's a run. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. The man in motion is Watson. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
So back up now to the 8-yard line. It's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. He's got it at the 3.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Here comes Will Lutz in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one's right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. This returnable from the 4. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He'll swing this one out to Hall. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. A gain of 17 yards. Good for a Bears 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here.
Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. Picked off by Evan Williams.
Here we go. 77
On the ground, McLaughlin. And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
All these stops are great. You're trying to cut back into this deficit, find your way back into this game. But the defense can make as many stops as they want, Mike. This game's going to come down to what does their offense do when they take the field.
On comes the Packers punting team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. That is fielded at the 13. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Here's Williams now to throw. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
So just under 2 minutes here in this one. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, But before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up, against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Packers.
Get it. Packers 60. Packers 60. Ready.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. They get the victory away from home in the division. It's so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time, later in the season. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Chicago.